Hi friends, welcome back. We're going to be doing our directed drawing. We're going to do two of them actually. The first one we're going to do is of the cross. And you guys all got the watercolor kit. So I want you to take out one of the pieces of cardstock that's in your new packet that you just got home. Grab one of those and then grab the sharpened pencil that's in there. It's got a fresh new eraser and it's perfectly sharpened. Remember, whenever we're doing directed drawing, we don't want to push down really hard with our pencil, because if we accidentally make a mistake, or if our line goes too long, or whatever, if we need to erase something, we're not going to be able to erase it completely. So you want to remember, just hold your pencil really lightly to do the lines and kind of sketch it out first. And then in your packet, there should also be a Sharpie. So when we're done coloring, we're going to draw it out first, erase any extra markings or any little mistake that we make. And then when we're all done, you trace it with your marker, and then you go ahead and color in with your watercolor. So you're going to need a little cup or a little maybe Tupperware, a little tray with some water, not too much, a couple of paper towels, and then your brush that should come in your little kit, okay? And remember, when you're doing watercoloring, you don't want to use too much water. So you get water and then you put the water, you dip your brush in water, dip it in the paint color to activate the color and get it going. And that's about it. You don't want to dip it every time in water and then the paint. You want to just keep whatever you have going. If you see that the paint is drying out, then you can add a little bit more water, but too much water kind of makes it's going to make your paper fall apart. And we don't want that for your paper. And I can't wait to see all of your beautiful creations that you're going to do. So let me go ahead and share screen here, and you can see what I see. And then, let's see. Very cool. There we go. All right, friends. So I have and I'm using, let me see. So drawing, very good, very good, very good. This is all good. Okay. So for the cross, I'm going to start up at the top. You see how light that was? Oh, this is green. I don't want green. I want to do it in black. Here we go. So very gently. And then go to the side. Crosses they can be tricky, but at the same time, they can be kind of easy. You can turn your paper sideways to do the other one. And then do you see how one side is much longer than the other? I can go back and get my eraser and erase that part. You see why I want you to sketch it out really lightly, because we're always going to make mistakes, and that's a-okay. So you want to make sure that those sides are like as close to being very similar. You see how one's longer than the other and the lines don't really match up. That's okay. That's the beauty of everyone's art, is that it's so different. It's not going to be like mine, and mine's not going to be like yours. And the color you pick for the background and the color that you actually mix up to paint your cross. And that's my favorite part about all of these directed drawings, is that they're so different and they're so unique, just like every single one of you. So different, so unique. So if something's bothering you, like I don't really like how my don't match up, so I'm going to get my eraser and I'm going to erase this part right here, and I'm going to try again. And that's okay, because it's art and everyone's art's different, just like every single one of us is different. Okay, I'm a little happier with that. There we go. Okay, how does yours look? And mine's a little silly. I'm going to erase this side because I feel like this side over here is much longer than that side over there. So I'm going to try again on that side. Let's see. All right. There we go. Okay, much better. Still a little crooked, but much, much better. I love that. Okay, pretty cool. So now you guys can go ahead, if you're happy with the way that your cross looks right now, you can go ahead and erase with your eraser any extra markings or extra lines that you accidentally put. And then you can go ahead and take your Sharpie out and draw. And I'm going to show you, while you're doing that, I'm going to do a little bit of watercolor on this to see and to show you how we can Just some examples of colors. Let's see. Looking for brown. Is that like a brown? There we go. All right. And I'm gonna do like painting like a watercolor because that's what you guys are doing. Perfect. I'm gonna go a little bit thicker. This is gonna show you kind of, this is like pretending to be watercolor. This is just an app on the iPad, so it's not actually watercolor, but it kind of gives you the look that you guys are doing. And remember to go in one direction. I'm not doing that right now, kind of breaking the rules a little bit, but you guys can go all in one direction. And remember, the more paint you put on it, the darker it's gonna get. You see how mine started really light? And you can also go back in certain sections, and the more color you add, the darker it's gonna get. But the cool thing about watercolor is you see how the more you add, the darker. So you see that little section up on top, some of it looks like shading. If you go around the outer parts and shade, it makes it look super cool. And there's absolutely no way to mess up a watercolor painting because you can always dilute the paint with a little more water, add a different color. If you want it a little bit darker, you can mix like two greens together or a light brown and a dark brown. If you want to add a little bit of like, let me see, if you want to add some black to it, because you know how sometimes wood has some like specks. Ooh, that does not look good. I just went a little thicker with my paint. All right, guys. So this is basically, it's pretty basic, just a brown cross. But this is where yours will get a little different depending on what color you guys actually paint. Like yours can be, you can shade it in on certain areas. All right, and then this is where it's gonna be cool. This is always my favorite part, whatever color you guys choose to do on the background, okay? So you would pick whatever color, dip your brush in some water. And for some reason, I imagine like this day to have like a sunset kind of. And you know when the sunset looks really pretty, it's got like pink and like a little bit of orange. That's kind of what I imagine in my mind. So I'm gonna try my very best to do that. We will see if I even know how. Let's see. Okay. And remember, the slower that you go, the better, because then you won't put paint on your like your cross or anything like that. Try to keep your lines as clean as possible. And you see how the top is really light, and then the more I went over it on the bottom, I added more paint to the bottom, the darker the orange got. I think watercolor definitely has to be some of my favorite. Oh, you see that mistake I just made? I went over the brown, but the good news is I can clean off my brush in a little bit and then put some more brown on it and then fix where I put a different color on it, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, now I'm gonna add some pink. A little bit of pink. Little bit of pink. Oh, that looks really good. I'm liking the color. I can't wait to see what you guys came up with on the colors. Make sure that there's no, you know what I always tell you guys, make sure that there is no white left on your paper. We want to paint as much as we can of the paper. I'm going to get as close as I can here to the cross, around it. Add a little bit of pink to the bottom. Ooh, I like the way those colors look together. Looks really good. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go back and put a little bit more orange. And even, so the more color you layer on it, the more you'll be able to see. That makes sense, friends? And then you can go and get like, make your color darker. So add less water on it. Okay. All right. And then what I wanted to do was add, so first I'm going to go back with the brown and I'm going to fix my little areas here where I messed up. And that's okay. See how forgiving that is? It's like it never happened. All right. And then I'm going to try with some yellow. And I kind of wanted to do like, you know, like the rays of, here we go. Okay, and if you want to do those a little darker, if you want to do those in like, well, I don't know if black would look so good, but a little bit of that, and maybe a little, let's see if there's white here. Where do I get the white part? There we go. Maybe in the middle to like lighten it up. I just imagine like the rays of sun, like his holiness kind of is shining through. Cool. All right. If you want, you can send me a picture because I'd love to see how you guys do this. Okay. I'm going to stop this video and then I'll start a new video for the bunny. All right. Okay, friends, I can't wait to see it. Very cool. I'm going to stop sharing here. Okay. Have your parents send me a picture, snap a picture, and you could send it to me through text or through email. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.